Hi, hello YouTube. This is Bagra with MechVape here in
No.
Empyrean. And this, in case you haven't heard of this game, this is a very new game. It is pre-alpha, part of the early access program and the Steam Greenlight program, so you can get it off of there. Is an early access game. So if you have not played early access, what this is basically you're getting an incomplete game under the promise that it will be completed. Um, Not guarantee, promise. Keep that in mind because I did Towns on the same thing, never got past the beta. I did Minecraft, it's a full-fledged game, so really it's you're taking a risk when you do it, but you know, you have to decide if that risk is worth it. On this one I decided it was because this is a very fun and addicting game and it's really cool. So the whole thing here is we are on another planet and under the Arctic, we found the remnants of a spaceship along with a star map in it. We did a little reverse engineering as a human race, and we built our own one with the hyperdrive. However, when we hit that hyperdrive, something went wrong, and we wound up in the Andromeda Galaxy where Empyrean is, but we are not on Empyrean. We are on some random planets. There's some towers that's going to attack us. We got monsters. Some of them are like friendly, like that guy won't really attack you unless you attack him. But then you got scorpions and like some other things with tentacles and shit. And there's drones on this planet, towers with rocket launchers, a lot of neat shit. And we can create ground vehicles, we can create sky vehicles, fly around, we can create a space vehicle, which is basically a sky vehicle as well. To go to space, create space stations up there, bases on the ground, and a capital ship. Right now we have one solar system, but eventually we're going to have a whole galaxy. And right now there's not really a whole lot of use for capital ships because of that. But once there is, then you'll be able to take all your ships and put in there and zoom off to another galaxy with you and your friends and all of that good stuff. So for right now, our first order of business is to get away from this escape pod. So what we're basically going to do, we're going to create the stuff we need to create a base. This is kind of a one-man operation right now because any item that you can get into the inventory, you can't do it if somebody else is in it. So like if he gets into the constructor,
Which I am
you
in
see,
now.
I can't get into it. So we'll have multiple constructors in order to alleviate that.
And the main thing I'm doing right now is upgrading us from these pistols, and I'm giving us some assault rifles because they're actually really well done, and they work well against the monsters that do attack us. So I'm just making us some assault rifles and some basic ammunition for right now, until later on when we get farther in.
Yeah. Now, one thing about this game is you gotta think of all your needs. You gotta think of hunger and oxygen. Now, as you see, he has his helmet off because this planet has oxygen. Originally, before this last update, the first planet you're on was a desert planet that had no oxygen. And right from the beginning, you had to start creating that stuff up here. It's not quite as big of a deal, but we do want to eventually get to space. And once we start doing that, we need oxygen.
Yeah.
So, so, we're gonna get that up and going. We're not gonna kill many animals right now because we have rations, and there's no point right in the beginning of killing it because you can eat the meat raw, but it's gonna damn near kill you if you do it. And so it's not really worth killing animals until you get your fridge set up and all that, which you want to get done as soon as possible. Now, I'm just gonna go ahead and empty out these other ones
Yep.
so that once we get ready, because we are going to dismantle this whole ship, and it is worth it to do it because all of these things take components, and we can get the stuff back for them.
Saves us a
So
little
we're
bit of time.
basically, yeah. So after he creates the pistols, we're going to create our large constructor. We're going to create the actual base starter block, probably some iron, some actual building blocks, and the power, the generator, and the fuel storage system. And then after we do that, we'll just dismantle this whole thing. And then we'll go over there, we set down our base, we'll set them down, and we'll start to create a base. Now you can grow stuff in here, as you see from here. This is kind of how you grow stuff, and we are going to get heavy into that because you can't create emergency rations. And once you get your kind of assembly line set up for it, it actually ends up being really good because it doesn't perish, it stacks. Most food, other food does not stack because it all has a perish time, so it doesn't stack. So we want to get that started up and going. Now, just so you know, If you really do want to, you can actually make this vehicle your first vehicle, and pretty much just create one little starter base, have your large constructor in there, create the thrusters, put on here, and go straight into space. You can't do that, but this ship is very clunky, it's very slow, its turning is not good, and I just think it's a bit of a cop-out to use.
It's not bad. I mean, if people are just kind of wanting to shoot the crap, whatever, just have fun, then
Yeah.
they can do it that way. But in all honesty, it's better to come out here and make the base and see what this world is like, and then go get ready for the next one.
Because me, myself, I love the ground vessel. I think they're like really fucking cool and
They
whatnot.
are. I like them.
Plus, I've got into the flying ships, and so far I'd have to say I'm not an ace flyer.
I don't think anybody is first time, man.
I've uh I've hit the ground quite a few times. It was better when I figured out you can roll the ship to not like land upside down. Things got a little better after that. Got a little bit better once I figured out you need to put thrusters to force you down so that you can actually land and like don't have to float down. They got a little bit better after that.
Yeah, I bet. Okay, so
Now, one other neat thing you can do is you can walk up to your buddy, point to the back of his head, and shoot him.
hey,
All right? Everybody should do this, except for that guy on the other side of this ship. He shouldn't do it, because that would be really mean. But see, you can be sneaky. Oh, he saw me. All right, we gotta be sneaky about this, guys. Let's crouch. Let's do some stuff. Oh, that's right. You can't crouch in this game. What did my gun
you
go?
threw it and I grabbed it.
So he grabbed my gun. He doesn't know. So he grabbed my gun, but luckily, bam! Oh wait, I'm not going to shoot him right now because he got an assault rifle and that can kill me quickly. But I had a spare gun. Maybe one of those shots. I think.
Stop it.
Whoa! That dude came up out of nowhere. I'm watching your back, man. I'm watching your back.
What?
That dude came out of nowhere and shot you. I couldn't get him in time. Alright,
Enough.
hey, enough of that. Where's mine? I need my assault
It's
rifle.
in your invent. It's in. Oh, there we go. Okay, I thought my game just crashed, but no. Yeah, there's an assault rifle and there's about 30 bullets. If you want to make some more, go ahead.
Yay! 30 will be enough for now because I don't know, I haven't played on kind of this one yet. Do we still have the Empyrean somewhere around?
I honestly,
The
I
Hyperion?
have not found it, but that'll be one thing when we get our base going is we'll have to go take a
Yeah.
look.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, I've got the core.
I do recommend with that we
So,
just go ahead and get a ground vessel ready because I'm not
well,
gonna
we'll
put
go
that
ahead and,
all that way.
yeah. Well, we'll go ahead and create the beginnings of our base, and then after that we can create kind of like one ground vessel and go from there.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna go ahead and create power packs out of all of these, all of our Prometheum
Okay.
for sure.
I'm gonna go look around real quick and just find a good spot for our base.
Yeah. Well, I think we were kind of talking about doing this mountain over
Do we
here.
want to do it on that one or the one behind me?
Well, where you at?
I'm right here.
Well, that one has more of a flat area on top and it's around us.
Yeah,
So
let's
I think
go with
that
that.
may be easier to start off with than the one up there.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe we can come up eventually and put like a lookout post up there or something. Now, one thing about it is we're probably not going to, at least at first, go that deep into stuff like that because you never know a game like this when it's going to update and then like, oh yeah, everything I created is, I have to start over. So what I'm doing now is creating the base. So first thing you need for a base is a base starter block. Now, you start with the core, but you got to combine that core with 8 of these gray hole blocks, and that'll give you a base starter block. So we're going to create those. The next thing we're going to need, for sure, is a large constructor. Now you see it takes a whole bunch of stuff. So what I pretty much do in the beginning is I take these little guys here and I just create 10 of them. Because you're going to need them. Well, not 10 metal pieces. Alright, so that'll create, so there are towers. I will actually go over here and show you one of them right quick. Because there's one over here.
Okay, this is actually a great spot, man.
Yeah, so this is the towers over here, and now what you have, because they're all pretty much the same, is on the top there would be a kind of launcher that has the laser kind of weapons. And then at that base, there would be four more ones that shoot, I believe they're rocket launchers. And there's two of them, so you do not want to take that out. You don't really want to take it out with the ground vessel because they can't aim up or down. So if you don't land in the exact right position to kind of be on level with them, then it's just going to shoot the shit out of you. That's it. And if you get, it doesn't take long for them to actually be able to like fuck your world up. So, we are creating these, and if you do it, the fuel packs, like one of the first things you should create, because in this game, the only way to create stuff is with constructors. Well, if you run out of power, then you won't be able to create the power to power the constructor.
It's Inception, man. It's all
And
Inception.
yeah, and basically you either have to restart your world or you have to go into put in the creative dot file in
Sorry.
there, spawning in some energy, then go back and put your regular one in there to take out creative mode, and it's just a massive pain in the ass. So what I normally do is I have a handful of these somewhere that I don't normally look. That way when I'm like, oh shit, I ran out, then it's over there and I know, okay, I can't do anything else, so I go find some Promethium. Because you just get these pellets from mining Promethium, and then you take that ore and process it into pellets. But we do have a lot of stuff to create, so um
Sorry if you hear the howling in the background. My dog is being cuckoo at the moment.
yeah, my dog had to go to the vet yesterday, poor little guy.
Oh, he'll be all right. He's already like Carl, so.
Yeah, he's already got over it. Like the vets told me, they're like, he's probably not going to be himself for a couple days. He probably won't be going around too much. And I kind of just laughed at him like, you don't know my dog. Like he's not slowing down. And sure enough, we got home and he was back to running around like a complete madman.
Wow.
Megvate was over here last week, not last week, week before last, and he saw how freaking crazy that little guy
How
is.
does he have that much energy though? It's just like going from one end of the house to the other, just back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah,
I was like, good
I know.
lord, man.
Yeah, my dog is an Australian Shepherd mix, and he has more Australian Shepherd than whatever he's mixed with. And if y'all don't know, Australian Shepherds are herding dogs. They're bred to herd animals, so he has more energy. Like by the time the end of the day comes, he's like completely dead.
Sorry.
What the hell?
No, I accidentally dropped my box mod onto my mouse and it fired my weapon.
So some of the other weapons you can create, I'll kind of show you guys right quick. Wow, this stuff's creating. So if we go over here to the left, oh yeah, you can't create too many out of these. So you get a large constructor that is a bit, but you can create
Okay.
this.
So, do you have that starter block, man?
It's in the
All
constructor.
right. Well, when that finishes, let me go get that so I can go ahead and get that placed.
Actually, 1 second. It didn't quite create it. Why didn't it create it? How many whole blocks do I have? Oh shit, that's
Out of
why.
whole blocks.
No, I didn't create any whole blocks. I didn't create the metal plates for the whole blocks.
Oh yes. You will learn the one thing about this game is that you need a lot of iron and a lot of metal
Yeah.
plates.
Oh yeah, cobalt
Oh
too.
yeah, and cobalt.
Because the metal plates take iron, but then you're gonna have to like the metal components. You have to create so many. So resource gathering is a very big kind of part of this game.
While you're doing
Oh
that,
yeah.
I'm gonna
So
run over here and get some of this iron just to go and stock up.
yeah.
So
Do you want the other mining
no,
charges?
one should be good for right now.
Okay. Just so you know, like this is a small constructor, and everything you can create can either go on a base, a ground vessel, sky vessel, or the capital ship. With the exception, there's a few things that can go that don't go on them, but most things do. So whenever you're creating stuff, you have to watch out for that. And all you have to do is like if we come over here to the components and we look at this, so you got these two colors up here, red and green. Yeah, red and green. So if we look here, these each stand for something. This is base, capital vessels, small vessels, and such. So that's the red and yellow because that can go on capital vessels and bases. But then if you look at small constructors, small vessels, and HV.
What was it?
Oh, hover vessel. They renamed it.
Oh yeah, so they didn't name it ground vessel;
So
it's hover vessel.
no, it's hover vesters. So they renamed it hover vesters, which was ground vessels if you played before, and that can go on that. So when you're creating stuff, you have to be careful because if you look at something like I don't know, thrusters, you end up having a thruster for sky vessels and hover vessels. So you can completely create the wrong fucking thing because I've done that before. And it's not too fun. Yeah, so like in the beginning, you're pretty much gonna wait for stuff to get created, and it's gonna get dark, which is gonna suck. But that's okay, because we're gonna start with the little one room thing, and we'll put everything down in there. That way, we can put some lights in there, and then we'll build the base out from there. Now, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to skip a lot of stuff for you guys, just because mining and watching this constructor and stuff like that in the beginning is kind of what you do.
Yeah, you watch
So
that
when,
constructor a lot.
yeah, and truthfully, we don't want to skip it all because if you are going to judge us playing by whether you're going to buy this game or not, then we need to give you a realistic impression of what you're actually going to be doing. And if we skip to just the exciting parts, you're going to be like, oh shit, I want to do that. By the game, you're like, okay, I'm mining and I'm watching Constructor for ages. You're going to feel kind of jit, and we don't want that.
Yeah, like what I'm doing right
So,
now. In this time that I've done, I've already got 62 iron ore. Use about half of my charge on my drill, and I've made a gigantic hole, like legit.
yeah, yeah. We are going to get all of the holes. They're all ours. Now, if you hear some meowing in the background, eventually it's my cat,
I don't like that
and
noise, man.
he.
Shush. Oh god, I hope that's not a drone.
I don't even know where the fuck you're at.
It is a drone.
Oh shit! All right, that's good. Here, have parts.
So with this cannon drone, I can set off a couple rounds, get it coming towards me, and I can take it down.
All
Right
right,
here.
where I'm coming over. Are you at the iron
Yeah.
deposit?
Oh shit.
Okay, I'm coming. I'm coming. Not in a good way.
Oh god, come on, come on, come on. Load up, load, load, load. Got it. All right.
I was just. Did we get some good shit?
Hold on, I gotta go find it. It is darker than anything.
Uh,
So with that
if you're
cannon,
still mining, I can find it.
yeah, just go to the
Oh,
iron.
I see it. Yeah. No, I see the drone. I'm
Oh,
right at it.
dude.
Oh, let me
150
see.
cal, 2 reactor cores, 4 capacitor
Oh, let me
devices,
look.
2 computers.
Leave it in there.
Ah,
No, I'm going to take it back to the
that's.
constructor.
Man, I was gonna take it back.
Oh shit, that is gonna
That's
help.
gonna be
No, I
great.
should. Yes, I should be able to create the generators and stuff like almost right off the fucking bat with that.
Heck
Dude.
yeah, man.
Like in the previous ones, because the Hyperion was kind of right up there by your base.
Yeah, you could easily.
You would basically make this assault rifle, and then go straight over to Hyperion, hit the drones, loot the cargo boxes, and it would just you'd get enough to create like sometimes I think the most I got was enough to create like 3 things, but you'd get enough to create like 2 things most of the time. Like I even took in the ship and found like a large constructor before. And I saw people on some of their videos find like cores. And just so you know, guys, like right now there's not really a whole lot out here, on Empyrean, so it's kind of hard to find information on it.
Well, I mean,
But there are a few good series out there.
there's a few good series, and there's also a couple of wiki pages that help me out a lot. Especially when you first start up, they have the tutorial there. Really well
What the
done.
hell is going?
So that'll help you out just getting started.
I'm like getting stuck on stuff. What the hell is going on? Why can't I walk like a normal person?
What are you trying to do?
No, like I walk and I stop.
Wow, I have made a gigantic hole here, man.
That's what she said. What the hell is going on? Batteries aren't dead, are they?
I don't think I'm going to be able to get out of this.
Jetpack it.
I don't think the jetpack's going to be enough. Let's see.
Dig your way out.
Oh, just barely.
Okay, there we go. Okay, I was just getting stuck on the side of that mountain. Like, I'm used to running up mountains on like Skyrim.
Yeah, I made it, and I've got 106 iron ore.
Oh shit! All right, we won't refine that.
Nah,
yet,
we'll
though.
keep that in a cargo box. Now, why can't I move?
What the? Are you having the same
Yeah,
problem?
just getting over the side of this mountain. This mountain is cursed.
Yeah, that's where we kind of were deciding originally to create some of our stuff, but we decided against it. All right.
I'm on my way back.
Yeah, yeah. Capacitor. Oh yeah, this is good shit, man. This is good shit. All right, so large constructor we get. Oh shit, we got enough for the generator?
Are you looking at the regular generator or the small generator?
No, no, the base
Yeah,
generator.
make sure you go with the small generator because
Boom,
that's
boom.
the. I did that last night actually. I
Yeah.
created
Yeah,
one.
you do have a bigger generator you can create, but that's not until you get the complex
Yeah.
constructor.
Oh, I'm back.
And you don't really need that at the beginning, so I may have enough to create all the beginning 3 things we need.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Well, I've got the constructor carried up and the other 2. Let's just see if it uses components it needs. I'm gonna create cargo bots, but only if we have enough. Well, no, we'll do that at the base.
Yeah, where did you put the base?
Here, look in the constructor. It's in there. If you want to get
All
it.
right.
Ooh, one sec. Get out of construct for a second. You're gonna have to have the filler flattener charged.
Oh yeah, I do need that.
Here, I'm fixing to put it in there. Where's the charges for that? Yeah. All right, it's in there along with the charge.
Awesome. Thank you.
Now, guys, we're gonna try to keep these videos around 25 to 27 minutes. I think we decided.
Yeah.
All right, so as you see, I ran out of some of the stuff I needed for something, so that's fine. Electronics. No. Yeah, electronics and computers.
Yeah, we are gonna need a lot of electronics, man.
Yeah, I'll just create them 10 at a time.
Pretty
dude.
much.
So we'll create 5 computers. Then we'll create 10 more electronics. All right, what else do we need? You're gonna do a lot of this clicking back and forth. That's oh, we need the middle components too. Like clicking back and forth here is just that's your life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now normally the easiest way to go with creating your base really is to create it over water, because when you put your base on, it has to be a completely flat surface.
Yeah, and
That's why he took it's a bitch to do. That's why he took the filler flanner tool, because you can kind of adjust the land. But if you put it on water, it'll automatically consider the water a flat surface. So when you're going to create a base, you can just do that. But we're trying to kind of go above the creating just a necessity type of thing, which is why we're going on top of ground.
And it's a lot harder to
However
do
you-
at night. That is true.
Yeah. Yeah, that's for sure. And we're sorry for the darkness of this, guys, but kind of it's going to be like that. But once we get our base set up, we'll put lights in there, and then it'll be light, and we'll try to limit how much we go out in the nighttime unless we have a vehicle, because we can put spotlights on them.
I honestly think, man, we might have to go over water because
Let's see, where you at?
Oh.
Where were we doing it?
I
I'm trying to
can't
remember
even.
where
I
we
can
were
hardly
making the bay.
see, dude.
There you are. Well, we can wait till the morning to put the base down. I mean, it's nighttime shouldn't last too much longer. Let me see. Let me come over here. 1 second. Let's. I could try putting the spotlight down. Where are you trying to create a base
Like
at?
right over here.
All right, try. Give me the base.
What? Just throw it?
Just drop it, and it should drop in a backpack.
How do you drop? Z.
There it goes.
Okay, my bad.
Let me try this. I'm gonna try to put the base down so that we can see kind of Oh shit, I can't see shit. Can you take out a light?
That helps.
Can you okay, 1 second. I got the spotlight. We can put that down. Let me try that.
There we go. One
Okay, okay.
direction.
Yeah, well, we only got one of them. So, can you kind of see what you need to do now?
A little bit, not the greatest.
Try to take that left side down some. Now, the good thing about the constructor is it does work when you're not looking in it. So, while we're doing this, it's still like doing its thing. Like I said, if we fuck around with this for a few minutes and then we can't do it, then fuck it, we do it over water. I think it's close.
All right, give it a try. Probably not gonna work.
Alright, let's wait till daytime.
Okay.
We'll try it for a couple minutes in the daytime. If it doesn't work, then
Water.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna run back to constructor and see if any of this stuff is done yet.
Okay, picked up the light.
Those lights do work pretty well in the beginning, but we're probably like on a ship construction area or something like that, have them up so that we won't have to stop when it gets to be night and not like construct our ship. Let's see, how close are we? Oh, we ran out of power. Or I'm gonna assume we did. Alright, don't want to put too much power in this thing.
Just enough to keep it going.
Yeah, I just put 2 of them in there. Or 3, rather. Because after we create these 2 things here that you see, then that's it. And we should have enough to create everything. I think. How many metal components do we need? We got 14, 12, 16. Alright, so. Alright.
Okay.
We should have what we need to create the other 2 things, the generator and the fuel storage.
So, Kevin, should really be wrapping up.
Okay, we're almost alright, guys. Alright, we're gonna start wrapping it up. This is gonna be created. When we come back, we'll just make sure it's daytime, and then we'll start creating the base. You may actually play around with the filler flattener tool during off camera, but we're gonna build a lot of the base on camera, at least the beginning of it. And then after that, we'll dismantle this lovely son of a bitch and be good to go. So, start it out. So I'll take it out. So this is Bagra signing off. We'll have a characteristic assassination shot to the head in the video. So on the count of 3, guys, deuces. Alright. Alright. Deuces. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna...
Audacity has been stopped.
Yep, I'm stopping
I
my...